you so much for coming out this evening. We're really, really glad that you're here. I just told my colleague backstage that I'm going to do something that I normally never do, but I'm afraid I'm going to forget something, so I wrote things down. But now, oh, there we go, I have some light. It says, good evening and welcome. Got that already. A few important reminders before we begin. For the sake of your fellow audience members and for the students who have worked so hard, please turn off your cell phones or other noisy devices and refrain from talking or texting during the performance. If you must leave the auditorium for any reason, please do so quietly and only during applause. However, if you have small children, that we love to come to these concerts, but if you have small children who become restless, please do not feel obligated to wait for applause. Take them out quickly if they are not able to sit quietly while we're performing. We are recording tonight's performance to be shown on Cat TV at a later date, and also for our students to watch and critique for themselves to see areas of strength and areas in need of improvement. I told my students I was going to lecture the audience, so here you go. I'm sorry to be in teacher mode, but I'm hoping that the audience behavior tonight is an area of strength and not an area in need of improvement. Thank you. Also, please take a moment to notice the exits in the unlikely event of an emergency. Exits down below on what we call the blue aisle, up above, and over here. As many of you know, this is a year of change in the MAU Music Department. It has been my pleasure to work with our new instrumental director, Mr. Mason Mills. He and his wife, Rebecca, who is the new middle school band director, moved here from northern Vermont this summer, and the two of them have jumped in with both feet. After working with Mason and watching the middle school band concert earlier this week, I can tell you that the future of the instrumental music program at MAU is very bright. So without further ado, yes, go ahead. I ask you to sit back and enjoy the MAU Symphonic Band under the direction of Mr. Mason Mills.
I'm really excited for tonight's concert. We've had so much wonderful music that we have to share for you. I'm really very proud of the progress the students have made just in the short time that we've been working together. I want to start my comments this evening just talking about some really basic thank yous. First, to my new friends and colleagues here at MMU, or MAU, excuse me, and to the music colleagues here in the SU. It's a wonderful family of educators that I'm now a part of, and I feel really fortunate. I want to especially thank Lynn Sweet. I couldn't ask for a new, better partner in crime. She's been a great friend, mentor, and has been so helpful as I navigate all of the new of being in a new school. So thank you, Lynn. I also want to thank my wife, Rebecca Mills, who, yes, is the new band director at Mount Hampton Musical, for her love, her support and patience as we start this new adventure together. And if you had a chance to go to the concert on Tuesday, it's really clear that her students have been working their tail off. It was a really impressive concert. And so just a big thank you to those folks for all that they've been doing. And finally, I want to thank you, the students, the parents, the family, the community. Music in our schools doesn't happen by itself. Anything that's worth doing well usually takes a village, and I'm very happy to be part of this village now. So again, thank you, and give yourselves a round of applause. Our next piece on the program features a Vermont composer, David Myers, who lives in Shelburne. He composed Wind Bridge while he was finishing his master's degree at UVM, Go Cats Go, Class 07. And this piece really brings together a lot of different elements that complement the band. So please enjoy and enjoy the rest of the tonight's program. Thank you.
right or this close. So for those of you who have been to our concerts here before, you can tell this is a very different setup. We've tried some new things. The order is very different, so the kids are just getting used to that as well as I. The next set of music you're going to be hearing are from all of our after-school vocal ensembles. The first is Da Capos. They meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school, and many of these students are also in jazz band, which also meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can see that that's a challenge, but the kids that are doing both make it work. After that will be our madrigal group, very small, just 8 students, and then following that will be our chamber singers. And then the band will take the stage again for a few more selections, and then we will take a short intermission. So these are all of our after-school select ensembles. So as you can see with that group madrigals, I didn't do much. I just sat here and enjoyed it along with all of you. They're very self-sufficient, and it's wonderful to be able to just sit back and let students do their things. It's really fantastic. This group is the chamber singers that I told you about. They've been very busy. We often get invited to do gigs and performances out in the community, especially this time of year. We performed at the Oakdale Fillmore Pond senior home a few weeks ago at their remembrance ceremony. We did the Old Castle Gala. We did the Old Castle Holiday Show. We did the Bernie Sanders Senior Citizen Luncheon last week. We've been on the road quite a bit. So they have 3 selections for you. The second one, before we perform it, one of the students is going to share a little bit about the piece. The first is Deck the Halls, arranged by the Pentatonics.
life's continuum. And we human need to anchor words of love and commitment in the hearts of those who have been pillars along life's way. The Latin chorus of this piece is the following. Omnia sol temperat, absens in remota, ama me fideleter, fidem meam nota, which means, the sun warms everything, even when I am far away. Love me faithfully and know that I am faithful.
Footprints of the winter wrote this interesting piece of music to illustrate the epic, the Odyssey, written by Homer over 2,700 years ago. The composition describes Odysseus' horrifying encounters with the Sirens on his journey back to his homeland. Odysseus and the Sirens is a very jaw-dropping and heart-racing type of piece. There are many different rhythms, dynamics, and ear-wrenching sounds that keep you on the edge of your seat, wanting to hear more. This piece may be a little difficult to learn and perfect, but it is very worth it in the end to hear the amazing sound Wilson created.
Baba Yetu is a composition of music transposed from the prayer Baba Yetu. Baba Yetu was written by Christopher Tin and arranged by Douglas E. Wagner. This was arranged for the video game soundtrack for Civilization 4 that spiked popularity. Baba Yetu also won a Grammy in the category of Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanied by a Vocalist. In cultures around the globe, Baba means father, and Yetu translation to the prayer in Swahili. So the name of this arrangement in the translation means Father's Prayer, or Lord's Prayer. Now let the instruments collide in melody and harmony that will embody a sense of adventure to take you into a whole new world.
Welcome back. You'll notice that a few of the selections for the choir tonight has an international flavor. The piece you just heard, Tres Cantos Nativos dos Indios Jaro, was composed based upon melodies sung by the Jaro tribe, a group of native Brazilian Indians who lived in the Amazonia forest of northwestern Brazil. The meaning of the text is not known. It was based on the sounds the composer heard while observing the tribe.
The next piece has text in both Spanish and English. We have asked one of our Spanish-speaking choir members, Leticia, to speak the text, and then Emma will read the translation for you. The piece will feature soloists David and Carson.
Está solo, llorando en silencio, en la oscuridad. Está soñando, deseando con esperanza por la oportunidad.
He's alone. He's crying in silence. In the darkness, he's dreaming, wishing, with hope for the chance.
Escúchalos, míralos, escucha lo que tratan de decir. Están en búsqueda del camino, pequeñas voces llamándote.
Hear them. Look at them. Listen to what they are trying to say. They are looking for the way. Soft voices are calling.
realize we're a bit late with the next piece. The Hanukkah has been over for several days now, but the miracle of light in all of us can be celebrated year-round. Here's the Hanukkah song featuring Tucker and Maddie.
A lamp that kept on burning.
While he's taking his place, let's give Tucker a hand for playing drums for us. The next piece is a piece called Ding-a-Ding-a-Ding.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding. Oh, ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-dong. Ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, 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 dong. Ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-dong. Ding-dong-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-dong, ding-dong-ding-dong-ding, ding-dong. Merrily on high the bells ring, merrily the heavens sing. Merrily on high the bells ring, o'er the earth they ding-dong ding. Ding-dong-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-dong-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding-dong-a-ding, ding-dong-ding-dong-a-ding, ding-dong.
Our last selection is a group of 3 South African folk songs, and it's a favorite of the choir. The first, Kulu Wimbarada, means, hey you, take your shoes off.
The second, Kwangena Tinabo, means when we entered the room, it was quiet, but then they began to praise us as a great choir.
The third, Shosholoza, means hold the train that leaves for South Africa. I want to get on it. We hope you enjoy listening as much as we enjoy singing.
Hey,
So while we make this transition, as many of you know that the high school operates on a long block, four block schedule. And that creates many, many challenges for our music students, especially those students who are AP level and want to try to fit in all these AP classes and still do music. It also means that the choir, for several years now, has rehearsed in 2 different blocks. And then the only time they come together is on this day, or sometimes one other day. This year, for the first time, the band was also in that situation. It is not ideal, but Mr. Mills and I have done the best we can to work with the 2 separate groups and then bring them together on this concert night. It's a challenge, and I'll tell you right now, that entrance that we did, never practiced it before, as a whole group. Didn't know if it was gonna work or not. And all these transitions that you're seeing, never had a chance to run them in a dress rehearsal. So we have amazing kids, and I think we are very fortunate to work with your wonderful children because they just do it. They just make things happen, even though they didn't have a chance to try it. So if you're interested in scheduling, there is a committee. They are working to try to change the schedule. We would love to have a different schedule that would accommodate more music opportunities for your kids. So what is happening right now is obviously the jazz ensemble sitting up behind me. We're going to take a moment and do one. We have 2 different drawings tonight. The first is a 50-50. 50-50. So if there's, who do we have here? Elizabeth, can you go turn the house lights on for us? Take out those tickets. And we thank you for your contribution to our MAMPA fund. They're getting 130? Holy cow. 130 bucks. That's a little extra Christmas shopping. Or groceries, or gas. So I don't want to pull this. Let's see. Bree, come on up here. Actually, stay right where you are. Just stand up and dig in. Dig. Don't look. You can't look. Nobody's gonna think you cheated. Just pick the best one, mine, please. Oh, I didn't buy any. All right, here we go. The winning ticket of $130 is 118. You all have 118. 2494. 118-2494. If you're the winner, stand up and cheer Shosholoza. Somebody's got to be the winner. Whoa! Yay! Oh, Amy wins. Nice. Hey, Shayla, you're getting some extra stuff for Christmas. Wait a minute, Amy. Oh no, that's not Amy. I thought it was me. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else. Where's Amy? Now she's feeling embarrassed. Sorry. You won something last year, right? That's why I was thinking that. Okay. How are we doing, Mr. Mills? Almost there. This is complicated. So at our next break, when we get ready for our finale, we're going to draw the winner of the quilt raffle. I think we're almost ready. Oh, they're sliding the risers up a little bit more. Can you give a hand to Corey and Cooper for working so hard up there? Oh, okay, we'll do it after jazz band. We'll do it later. Good, very good. Okay, so here's the jazz ensemble. Enjoy.
Good evening again. I'm glad you're all still here. That means things are going well. The jazz ensemble is going to feature a number of soloists, and rather than stop and start each one, I'll just read them off right now. In our first number, Autumn Leaves, Justin St. Clair will be on piano. Followed by Ridley Wood with his screaming guitar solo. In My Favorite Things, Seth Button-Mosher on trumpet and Joey Cancelleri on tenor sax. Ms. Emily Birch on Moondance. And our vocalist for All I Want for Christmas Is You is Maddie Hopkins. Thank you for joining.
Okay, now we have another quick transition for the finale. You're gonna love it. That's good, Corey. Okay, the lights are back on. Thank you for your patience. We have another drawing. Someone very lucky is going to win a beautiful quilt. Oh, and it's here. Cynthia, let's see. Alicia, come on over and draw the winning ticket. How many of you have a chance at this right now? Raffle for the quilts. Beautiful, beautiful quilt made by Abby Dansereau. And the winner is Tracy Bicking. Woo! Congratulations, Tracy. You can pick up your quilt on the way out the door tonight. While this transition is happening, I will do a few more thank yous. Gotta grab my list so I don't forget anybody. So, thank you to MAMPA. Raise your hand if you're a member of MAMPA. Thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Choir, go ahead. Hop up there. I could not do what I do in chorus specifically without the help of my friend and comrade in class every day. My name, if you don't know, is Mrs. Sweet, but my assistant's name is Mrs. Sour. So we are sweet and sour. Thank you, Peggy. Oh, I think I have to put my hat on too. Here we go. Mr. Mills already thanked his wife. So I would not be able to go home tonight if I didn't thank my wonderful, fantastic husband who makes us sound great every night and keeps me sane in all of this stuff that you see behind me. So thank you, Spencer. I love you. Oh, he's up here. I thought he was up there. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's get... Okay, Tim Foley, are you here tonight? Thank you for video recording, and this is Tim's last winter concert with us because he's retiring at the end of this year, and I don't know what I'm going to do with him, without him. So thank you, Tim Foley. Yes, give him a round of applause. Our lovely accompanist, I'm not sure where she is, she helped us out with a few pieces earlier in the program, is Jan Burnett. Thank you, Jan, wherever you are. And our MAU administration, we have a new principal, very, very supportive of the arts. It's so nice to have that support in the office. All of our MAU faculty and staff, if you're here tonight, thank you so much for supporting the students on stage, our maintenance crew, and our very supportive community of Bennington, and of course you, the families, who bring these kids to rehearsals, get them up in the morning, help them pursue the things that they love. I hope that what you're seeing up here tonight, even though I know it's a little bit long, and I apologize, these guys are having fun, and they're creative, and they're working together. These are things that you can't teach in other areas that we do here on stage. So thank you for all of your support and your patience. Please continue to support music and all of the arts in our community every chance you get. Are we good? So on behalf of myself, Mr. Mills, and the MAU Music Department, we want to wish you happy holidays and a wonderful rest of your evening. This is our finale. By the hats, you can probably tell, it's Polar Express.